Hey now. Hey now.
Good evening from the Utica Curling Club. I'm Roger Allett. I'm here with Dave Cragnolan.
Hi, everybody.
And we're bringing you the A semifinal game for the 2018 Kayser Bonspiel between Triangle 4 and Triangle 2. Two teams from Triangle to be one in the finals this year. So you'd like to introduce the teams?
Sure. Triangle 2 is represented by the skip, Matt Henning. The vice is Miriam Terninko. The second is Chris Richard, and the lead is Rebecca Knowles. Triangle 4 will be skipped by Trevor Gow. The third is Emma Kwiatkowski. The second is Chris Wishart, and the lead is Leah Ankowitz. And I hope you enjoy the game, folks. Sit back and give us a heads up. Get in our chat room. Let us know how it sounds and the video, if the video quality is good. And we'll look forward to taking you through this A semi.
And if we get a chance, we'll try to look in on sheet 4 with our other A semifinal game, and that's between Cape Cod 1 and Rochester 1. Just about to get underway. Triangle 4 will be playing with the Red Rocks, and Triangle 2 with the Blue Rocks. Just waiting to see who's going to have hammer first end.
Looks like Triangle 2. Rebecca Knowles will be the first thrower of the game.
So Triangle 4 with the hammer here in the first end of play.
Nice opening rock here from Rebecca. Looks like it's going on the rings. And just skids into the 12 foot off center. Leah Ankowitz now leading off for Triangle 4. Being asked to remove this blue rock, which is on the rings. Nice control weight here. And just enough weight to get that rock through the park. Sitting with a little biter at the top of the 12 foot.
Getting down to the nitty-gritty here. We're in the semifinal game. Winner is in the finals.
Well, good for Triangle Curling Club. They will definitely have one of the two teams will be in the final.
Yeah, the other team enters the Death March in the D event.
The long way in.
They'll be at the tail end of it, though. That'll be the good news for them.
A little light rock here from Rebecca with her second one. Don't know that they're going to quite get this over the hog line. And it looks like not. So we will not ask her to put a quarter in the piggy bank. And now Leah Ankowitz with her second rock. Nice to be this far in any tournament without a blemish. Like
and it's a certainly long way in this tournament with 42 teams.
Man. War of attrition, huh? Sending a couple of them. 5
or 6 games to the final, depending on whether you're in the long or short end of the draw.
Looks like she threw a nice rock here to split the house.
Sweepers are dragging it and want to get this on the rings.
And mission accomplished. Nice throw.
Long way to go for a deuce, though. Hammer team can't afford to hit and roll out with the split house.
Chris Richard now with his first stone of the first end. Second for triangle 2. Little directional sweeping here from triangle 2. And a nice throw there from Chris.
Haven't seen a lot of directional sweeping this weekend, but some of our top teams here obviously know how to do it.
That's a great thing. To be this relatively inexperienced at curling and be able to know how to do that is a big big asset.
Save probably 2 or 3 shots a game.
Chris Wishart now with his first stone of the first end. Skip Trevor Gow either thinking that he's light or narrow. They were on it right away. Looks like it's going to work out.
It will have enough weight to get it through the rings.
Just enough to get it off the paint. Good shot there.
Good sweeping by the skipper to get it through. It's off the rings though, so now they're lying only 1. Chance for triangle 2 to wriggle off the hook here with a successful hit on the remaining stone in the rings.
And it looks like he's got a good rock coming here.
And a roll. Gotta sit down.
Rolled off the rings.
What do you think about splitting this stone onto the rings now?
Yeah, I think it's either way. It's the same weight if you try to draw behind it to split it. So if he winds up a little wide with the right weight, he may wind up sitting 1-2 here.
Yep. If you get right to the nose and tap it back behind cover, that would probably work as well.
Weight is everything here.
T-line back 4.
Yep.
You're playing the split.
The ladies are thinking he's light. And they may be correct. Don't know that it's got enough oomph to get there. Doesn't look like it. It did guard it, however.
Yeah. Missed chance there to sit 2 again.
Yeah, not a lost stone, however.
They've got a double corner guard.
Miriam Ternenko. Vice for triangle 2 with her first stone of the first end. Being asked to draw behind these 2 red stones. Great looking delivery. Again, the front end thinks that it's light and they're on it hard. Got a great shot here if it's by. And she got it around him. It's a great throw. Very nice shot.
So Miriam Ternenko is able to beat triangle 4 around the corner guard. Makes it a little tougher for them to set up their deuce.
Looks like half the rock might be exposed. Going to come down here with just control weight here. If you jiggle the red ones around here, it's not the end of the world, right?
You can almost run them. They're almost lined up.
You could almost run them. Heard her yell, it needs to curl.
Now they got a piece of the rock here.
Yeah,
they're going to move it.
This is a good shot here. Great shot.
Oh,
it just skittered by.
Boy, it just flattened out. I thought they had that shot made.
It looked like it.
Now a chance for Triangle 2 to set up a force.
Matt Henning looking the park over here.
Tell you, the way those reds are lined up, I'd be half tempted to try to run them through. Might be the easiest way to remove that shot blue zone.
Emma's second round. Looks like she's got a little more weight than her first one to me. Looks like she's just going to try and guard this. Come half behind these red ones would be a great shot.
Yeah, that'd be a perfect spot.
Working it over hard is Chris Richard. It doesn't look like it's got enough legs to get there. A little bit short.
It's going to cover the chip out, though.
Good shot. Yep.
I think you got to run your corners.
Let's see if Trevor Gow is. He's going to draw. Could be playing to the strength of his players here. Room to draw around and be shot rock guarded here if he can get one behind this blue one.
For sure.
Emma Kwiatkowski with her second rock of the first end. Again, front end thinking that this rock is light. On it real hard. That was a pretty good read. It is a little bit light. Trevor jumping out to help him sweep. And they are dragging it. They are dragging it. And got second rock exposed.
I think he just nose hit this one.
Absolutely. Down to skip rocks here in the first end. Matt Henning, skip for triangle 2 with his first rock. Try and make this red rock go away. Nose hit's fine. If he skitters half under the blue one's not bad. Nose hit being probably the best of the options here. Heard Matt yell out control. Good communication there.
Coming up really nice.
And fine shot. Nice throw there from Matt. Trevor Gow now skip for triangle 4 with his first rock to the first end. Looks like he's drawing here.
Yeah, there is a small port. Trying to go through this port. Bury one.
Front end thinking he's light. I'm not certain he's light. Looks like it's got plenty of weight. We might want to them there sweeping for a little tick off of this blue one, and they're going to get it.
Little redirect.
And lob it in there for second rock.
Just a little too thick on the redirect.
Now, depending on what Triangle 2 does here, there might be a loaded gun for a multiple end here. Could be a risky shot, however, with another blue rock on the rings out there.
Yeah, I think
however, it's not counting. It's the third rock out here on the right.
Yeah, I think Matt Henning is just looking to draw around the center guard.
Yep. No hammer here for Triangle 2 in the first end. This will be the last skip rock for Matt.
I think he'd like to sit 1-2 or 1-3 and cover the draw path. At least half of it to the button area.
Not enough legs to get by. It was close, though. The line was real good.
The line was great.
Yep.
Another couple brooms that would be buried.
A little light. So now, do you take a chance here and try and not even thinking about the run back for 2?
Draw for the single.
Yep. Hammerstone first end. Trevor Gow just against 1 here. Looking to draw and take his 1. Force to the good force here for Triangle 2 if they can achieve that. Don't know if this has the legs to get there. It looks like he just came up a little tight and short.
Yeah, forced him out a bit wider in the slower part of the ice. That'll be a steal 1 for Triangle 2. They'll take a 1-0 lead after 1. Second end. Triangle 4 with the Red Stones will have the hammer.
On to the second end here, Rebecca Knowles with a high center guard. And now Leah Ankowitz setting up what looks like a corner guard. A little heavy, this may go on the rings. Maybe through the house. No, it's going to stick around. Back 8. Matt Henning disregarding this rock. Calling for Rebecca to draw to the top of the 4-foot here.
In our other A semifinal, Cape Cod has taken a single in the first, taking a 1-0 lead over Rochester 1.
Well, it's great to see the sport of curling alive and well. You know, 42 teams in a mixed Bonspiel is just really breath of fresh air here, Roger. You know, it's great to see everybody out here enjoying themselves in the sport that seems to be making a comeback nationwide and certainly North America. I can't speak for Europe. There's been a plight over the last decade or so that it's turning into a predominantly middle-aged sport. And if you notice the age of the folks in the curling club right now, it looks like it's maybe turning the tide a little bit.
Yep, a lot of brand new players. My wife in the chat room reminds us that we played Trevor in the mixed doubles event down in Triangle.
Very cool.
Back in the fall.
Uh-huh.
I think that was our first game. Recognized the shorts.
I got to see if he's sliding on his knee or not. If he's sliding on his knee, no mark. He's staying up off the ice. Good for him. Strong legs to be able to do that.
So our fans in the chat room, being ever politics, say go Triangle. Pretty safe bet, I think, for this game.
It's like a nice raise coming here. And that's a beauty. Going to be out in the open, however. But nice throw there from Chris Richard.
Got it about 3/4 under.
Boy, it does look different on the TV angle than the live angle.
Yep.
You can see it's actually pretty close to the center line. So not a gimme. He's got to come with soft weight here, a hack weight type shot. Chris Wishart. Good looking shot here. If it's by the guard, it's going to be a made shot. And it is. Very nice throw here from Chris. Leaves Triangle 4 sitting 1 and 2. Same kind of shot coming here from Chris Richard. Nicely thrown there. A little directional sweeping here. And a nice shot. He's probably not going to keep his shooter. However, he got one of the red rocks off the rings.
And Trevor trying to get around the corner and reestablish their deuce.
Appears to be down weight here. Boy, it looks like they're holding it though. Just a little lack of legs, I think, to get there.
They're going to get this.
They are going to get this on the rings. Really well swept stone there.
That was a pretty powerful sweep.
Very much so.
Well done. I think you got to hit something here. Don't want to let those red rocks build up.
Mm-mm.
The trouble is you can only see half of the rock in the top of the rings.
Mm-hmm. Nicely swept stone there from Emma and Leah.
Looks like Matt Henning is going to try to draw around Barry behind the corner guard. A little bit of a risky shot.
Yeah, this is a little courage to throw this one. Another one that looks like it may run out of legs. It surprised me, the first one.
Just got to hold the line. They're on the rings if they get by.
They're on the blue rock. Okay. That was the danger of that shot, right?
Right, now a chance for Triangle 4 to lie 3. Question is, where do you put your rock here? You can play the in-turn or the out-turn draw
yes, you
here.
can.
And the guards are overlapped.
Okay. A little bit of a conservative call here with hammer.
Not sure I'd want to block up the middle with hammer.
I don't think so either, but.
I mean, triangle 2 is going to have the other draw path to sink 1. You want to beat him to the 4-foot, I think.
Yeah. Try to get another one on the rings here. Emma Wajkowski.
Might have been a little afraid of that run back on the blue, but to be honest, that,
not there now. He
that
took it
rock's
away.
not going to score.
Nope.
You know, a chance for Matt Henning to get his team out of trouble with a good draw here.
Yep. The old first hog to the trough shot.
We keep going to the outside here, but I think you can get around to the 4-foot on either direction.
Miriam Turnenko with her first rock. I believe it's her second rock, I'm sorry. Chris Richard is pounding away on this rock, thinking that it's light. And it's not light.
Unless they were heading for the tick.
Maybe.
Didn't need help, that's for sure.
Trevor Gow is going to try and achieve what he did with his first one with Emma and block this 4-foot path. However, he will leave Matt an open draw with the out turn on the other side. See what Emma can do here. Looks like she's going to put another one on the rings to me, which is not a bad outcome.
Wouldn't be a bad outcome at all.
My goodness, it's going to stuff one. Back 4-foot.
It's actually going to come out the backside. Plenty of room there.
Yep.
But now triangle 4 lies 3. They just showed you can make that draw.
And looks like he's going to follow her down here. Good call here from Matt.
Matt can go to school on that previous shot.
Could spoil the whole end here for triangle 4 if he could get one behind those guards to the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah, get it above T line here, take away the whole end.
Matt Henning, first stone, first skip rock, no hammer, second end. Triangle 2 with a 1-point lead after 1. In a little bit of trouble here is triangle 2. And triangle 4 sitting with three red rocks on the rings. So a little early crucial shot here from Matt Henning. Plenty of weight, whether it's going to curl enough or not. I don't think so. I think he's on his blue rock. No, it's coming. A little tick. However,
got a little redirect.
And it didn't count anything. It's 4th shot, I think.
Yeah, 4th. It's not even, not counting for anything.
And it shoved that red rock over into the draw path on the other side, wreaking havoc now for triangle 2 and Matt Henning. Now I might be okay taking this draw path away.
Sure, you could probably even come in though still.
Yeah, right. If you come in just top of the 8-foot here on this side and sit 4, it'll be a bit of a nightmarish possibility here for triangle 2.
I like playing that in turn again. He's
going to leave Matt this draw on the other side. that he just threw.
I think the in turn is still there. The blue rock he just threw actually overburied a bit, so the gap is still open.
Oh. Trevor Gow has come up short here. I'm not sure they're going to get this over the hog line. And in fact, they did not. So he's leaving Madden out here. I'm not sure what else he's got besides this draw. Maybe a raise on the blue rock that's a couple feet outside the park. He hangs it out a little.
I think the in-turn draw is still there.
Sure.
It's a little tighter, but it's still there.
Yeah, just got to miss the top one with the right weight, and I think it'll snap over nice for him.
I think you got to hair the outside guard.
Agreed.
And if you do that, you'll get through. Trying to decide on the proper ice here. After stealing the first end, Matt Henning in a little bit of trouble here in the second.
Yeah, he's got to make a shot here. He's looking at giving up a big end.
And he's dropping 3 already if he doesn't get one in for at least out count a couple of those stones.
Big shot, crucial shot early in the game here. It's only the second end. You certainly never like to drop a 3 or a 4. So a pretty pressured shot here for Matt Henning. Skip of triangle 2 with his last rock of the second end. Again, it looks about the same weight that he just threw. Looks like they're playing the raise, but
they got to get off the guard.
Looks like it's by. Little toasty, however. Little toasty. Oh boy, that's unfortunate for Matt. He threw a pretty good rock without an outcome there. And Trevor's got to figure out how to sneak another one in here. Could play a safe play coming down to his rock right there and just touching it and wicking off it and get his 4 that way. Nowhere near the other rock to bump the other rock onto the rings.
I think if he comes to his own, he's probably shot.
I think so too.
Take a look at the,
real close.
Take a look at our near house.
It's close.
Yeah, I think if he comes down to his own,
he's going to get 4, I think.
You get 4. And if you rub off, then that works for sure.
Yep. Didn't even hesitate in shot selection here. So triangle 4, sitting 3 with a chance to get a 4-bagger here in the second end. Trevor Gow with the hammer stone in the second end. It's real light. She's saying, no, I'm not sure that needs to go for weight.
Yeah, I think they're still on the blue guard, but it's not going to get there.
Nope, not quite. Boy, the line was good too. Just not enough legs.
2 feet more.
Yep.
That's a score of 3, though, for triangle 4.
So now you pick up the pieces if you're Matt Henning. You can't, they're only down 2. You get your deuce and you'll be right back in the game. Pretty skilled bunch of curlers here.
Yep.
You know, there's Real nice level of skill level of curling going on here. I'm very impressed. There is a way of being confident in this game and having fun. Kind of an intense game for those of you who haven't played out there. It looks like kind of a lazy person's game with the rocks going slow, and for those of us who play it, it's a very, very intense game. Rebecca Knowles now. Nice center guard put up by Leah Ankowitz. And we carry on to the third end here.
Yeah, a nice corner guard. In our other A semifinal game, Cape Cod stole another 2 in the second end to take a 3-0 lead over Rochester 1. Other scores around the sheets. Norfolk 1 leads Albany 3 in the C quarterfinal, 3-2. Philly 1 leads Albany 1, 1-0 after 1 in another C quarterfinal. On sheet 5 in E quarterfinal, Utica 1 took a 5-ender to take a 5-1 lead over Philly 3. And on sheet 6, another E quarterfinal, Utica 3 leads Bucks County 2 4-1 after 2.
And Rebecca a little heavy with her second shot of the third end. Now Chris Wishart, second for Triangle 4. Looking to draw around that center guard. A little heavy here. Looks like it's going to go right to the back 12. And in fact, it looks like it hung around in the back. So kind of a wide open park here. Matt Henning is going to get rid of this center guard. And Chris Richard with his first drop of the third end. Attempted peel here. This guy's going to come to the one in the back. In fact, it's going to hang around for shot rock in the back. Okay.
Let the center guard in play, though. Something for Triangle 4 to come around.
And Trevor Gall wasting no time to ask Chris Wisher to, in fact, do that. Good shot here from Chris. He's going to leave a little bit past the tee line. And it went to the back 4. Back button. So they're keeping the pressure up here is Triangle 4. Now we'll try to get rid of this red guard again here. Will Matt Henning tighten up the ice here a little bit for Chris.
Yeah, those of us at Curlman's Club know that this side's just a little straighter.
Yep. Looks like he may have set it out again, unfortunately.
And he's got a piece.
He's got a piece of it this time.
Nice.
Yeah, that's going to work.
Controlled his weight a bit.
Yep.
Rolled for a nice corner.
So great outcome there for Chris Richard. Now Emma will be asked to set up a guard in front of their shot rock.
Just to keep the pressure up here, and I guess the theory is that they peel the guard and they must not like it, so why not put it back?
Absolutely.
Even though they're guarding a shot behind T-line, it's the one they got. Sweepers aren't touching this one.
Got to close it up now. Looks like it's going to be okay. It's still coming hard. Looks like it's going to go onto the rings, and in fact, it finished really nicely. It was a good shot.
Yeah, the bad news is they had to bring it on the rings to get it to cover shot stone. So now Triangle 2 can hit and roll onto the rings and sit second and third shot. It's a good setup for them. Want to keep your shooter around. I think you just take the top one off and roll in. They're going after shot rock.
Got to come soft at it.
Yeah, there's nothing. You're going to jam, though, I think. I think you just take the top one off and sit second and third. Put some pressure on the other team.
Mm-hmm.
Load up the house with your rocks.
Again, could be playing to the strength of his third, Miriam Turnico. You heard Chris yell out loud, sweeping, that he thought it was hack weight. It's way wide.
Got a long way to come.
Sure does. It's not hack weight though.
Just
it's coming real nice. Might freeze right to the face of it. Oh, that works out great.
It's going to be shot rock.
That's a beauty. That's a beautiful throw.
Pin's open though.
Emma with her second stone now, the third end. Looking to follow that rock right down and freeze right on him. Looks about the same line that Miriam was on. Looks pretty good. They can come up for a second, let it buckle. Gotta let it come up just a little. Oh, it's running out of legs, though. What a great shot. Oh, my goodness. Did they get it there? They got it there.
Got it close.
Oh, my goodness. Hard to tell who shot from here. It looks like Blue still shot. What a great throw.
Not getting a deuce from there, though.
No. That red and rock's not going anywhere. Beautiful shot there from Emma. Miriam Taninko with her second rock of the third end. Looks like Matt's a little undecided which way he wants to come for the peel here.
I think the thought is if you miss this peel on this side, you don't mess anything up.
Correct.
If you miss the peel wide the other side, you just jam the shot stone.
Yep.
And jam the other team into shot stone position.
Got to be a little careful here, too, because you could knock yourself right off the button if you run red into blue. Looks like this is over curling, though. So it's going to open it up, though.
It's will open it up. And rolls another one on the ring. So now 3 blues on the rings. Now, if you hit that red rock just a little bit high side, I think you can keep all your blues on and get all the reds to go.
I agree. Down to skip rocks here in the third end.
So if you ever hit this thing like close to the nose, this one goes that way.
Yep.
That one goes out the back, and this one might hang around in the back 12.
Depending on the kind of weight and how direct you hit it, you're right.
I don't think it's going far.
You really pound it. All three of them will go if you pound it.
Yep, they got to cover this up. Need to put the guard back.
Trevor Gow now with his first stone of the third end. With this ice, I believe he's guarding, Roger. Looks like he's thinking that.
Yeah, you got to put a guard over these.
Red must be shot rock, right?
Even if it's not, I think you got to throw the guard to keep them from throwing the double.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, sometimes giving up one's not a bad thing.
Oh, not at all. 2-point lead here. Getting a force would be fine.
Yep.
This one's going to come in.
Going to jiggle him around a little bit.
Question is, what kind of angle are you going to leave here?
Oh, it's definitely red as shot rock
red
now.
Shot now, yeah.
Oh, boy. Now what?
Well, do we have any funny angles here? You can get rid of the top two reds for sure.
Yep, just hitting it off nose. Boom, boom.
So actually, if you go off this guy and rub off the blue, that one might go out the side. That one goes out the back. This one goes out. You might get rid of all three reds if you just. You got to come thin off your. You have to come thin off this one. Boom, and then out the side.
Yep. I don't know if the one in the back's going to have enough momentum to. Tough.
Depends on how.
You think all three of those reds can go bye-bye?
If you hit this red one really thin, yes. This one goes out, and all three reds will go. You get rid of two for sure.
Matt Henning now is going to try a little bit of a razzle-dazzle shot here.
He's going to move some granite.
Yep. Normal takeout. And it looks like normal weight.
We're going to move some
Richard
rocks.
is moving. He's definitely going to move some granite here.
Can over curl just a little.
Red still sitting one.
Tenuously.
Yes. Now with no hammer, what will Trevor do here? I think he's got to give this some shelter, doesn't he?
I put one
Got to
right
get behind
there.
the blue one. You got to get behind the blue one now.
I put one right there.
Yep. Even if he doesn't get there and he's half behind the blue one, even if you bring it a little, if you're telestrator there,
even if
set
you're
it right
here.
there is not bad.
Yep.
But it's got to cover the blue one up. Just it's got to be a little bit behind the blue one.
Yeah, this is your shot for two.
Right.
Right. This is what you got to stop. So you've either got to be in here, or you got to be
there. Corner freeze there is okay too.
Right. Either one of those.
I think we had a few of those in the Mitchell a couple weeks ago.
Oh God, we were freezing for our life.
Game against Albany, we bailed ourselves out with a couple of freezes like that. To our dear friends in Albany. Brett Centawani, Stu Howells, Mark Weber, and Brian Costello.
Those guys are good curlers.
Yes, they are. Good guys, too. So here's Trevor. Looking to cover things up. Looks like guard weight to me.
Warping over now.
Yeah, they get a nice curl here at the end. Once it crosses the hog line, it's starting to curl. We're coming up real nice. Got to pound this right till it stops.
And that's going to make it a little more. But still got the run in on the right-hand side.
The blue could go blue-red.
Yep, it's still there.
Yeah, soft weight. Just don't have to move it far, right?
No,
just got to move it a couple feet.
You can even throw board weight and hit.
Not even a couple feet. Just got to get it off the red circle.
Yeah. Got to hit it fairly thick. Got to hit at least a half a rock here to make it work.
Not coming that way though.
hit this about a half a rock and right onto the pin.
This is the hammer of the third end.
Might be able to get to it the other way if you can get in and curl a little bit inside. You don't want to touch your blue back here. That one's your second rock. You need to get this one to go out this way. If you nose it, you get your one. If you get a little inside, you'll get two.
Good, I'm not sure that he can see. If he skids off of it and just ticks the red one off and comes over to the red one, he could get three.
Well, you tick your blue away, and that would be catastrophic.
My goodness. I don't know that the double's there. It's not there. Looking at the board, it looks like it could be, but.
Going to try to get a little inside this stone. It's possible. You got to really shave this top blue guard.
Right.
On that rock in the top 8.
Looks like you're throwing like hack weight here.
If he gets to the nose, he'll get his one.
Not curling yet. No pushing with the directional yet. There's a little directional sweeping now.
Just going to jam it in.
I don't know. And in fact, that's what it did. Bad break there for.
Might be two.
Matt Henning. Hard to tell from this angle.
They're going to take a close look.
Just didn't come up on him. Pretty good shot. No outcome.
Looks like he might have hung on just to give up the one.
Yep, they're pushing him out of the way. So it's like a steal of one there for Triangle 4 to take a 4-1 lead at the end of 3.
Fourth end in our A semifinal game here at the 2018 Kayser Bonspiel. Triangle 2, the Blue Rocks. We have the hammer in the fourth end. Aggressive call here onto the fourth end, and in fact it was a steal of one for Triangle 4 to take a 4-1 lead. Got one on the 12-foot. Looks like we're trying to cover it up. Rebecca's first shot for Triangle 2 unfortunately went through the rings. And Matt will ask Rebecca with her second rock to get rid of this red rock that's in the 12-foot. Try to go over in the corner somewhere. Curling's a funny game. Ends can get away from you sometimes. You know, it's like, leave a lot of rocks in play. They can get away real quick.
Yep, it's just the plight of the game.
One of the things we've seen this weekend is teams without hammer leaving a little too many rocks in play from the hammer team and getting burned late in the end.
It does happen.
Take a little more risk if you have hammer. That's a nice little shot
nice
there.
shot there from Rebecca.
Tough to remove, a little biter on the rings.
Yep.
If you're playing defensively, you just run that back.
Mm-hmm.
That's the easiest way to get rid of that blue rock. I think with a 3-point lead, you don't want to mess around too long with leaving those blue rocks in play.
I agree. Giving him the option is Trevor to Chris Wishart, saying you can either make the red-blue run back or draw, and Chris has decided to draw.
This is the more offensive call. Trying to steal the end, using those 2 rocks as center guards, double guards. They're a bit overlapped too, so they can't be run in.
Looks tight.
One of the unwritten rules, though, if the skip gives you an option of 2 shots, the one you choose you have to make.
Absolutely.
That's called passing the buck back to the thrower.
Yeah, you don't see, I've been playing this game a long time.
Yeah.
You don't see, every once in a while we get a chance to play third for less experienced skips. Once in a while I'll move the broom in a little bit on a takeout or not, but I do feel obligated to make the shot at that point. Funny game we play. Not a bad spot for that red rock. From Chris.
And Matt Henning's just going to try to go around the whole lot, set up his deuce that way.
Yep, good idea.
Got 1 binder on the 12. You double peel the reds, you're not getting a deuce, so he figures you better go around now.
Use them.
This one's got to slow down.
Going out the back. Just a little heavy. And in fact, gone. Huh. And Trevor will ask Chris to get rid of this. Going to make a double run back here.
Yeah, just an angle run on the red.
Angle run back, yep.
Make sure you hit this little high side.
Got a good shot here. What a beauty. Might not get it off the rings, though.
Caught it just a little thick.
It did not get it off the rings, I don't think. Nope, it's a biter.
That changes the complexion of the end, because
sure it does.
Now you can draw around and sit 2.
Yep.
Looking at the double peel here. If you make the double peel, they're just going to run you off the rings.
Right. We're going to sit 1 and 2 here.
Then you're headed for a blank.
Yep.
I think if you want your deuce, you might consider coming around those staggered guards. Just going to get a nose hit. Didn't change much.
Now up 3, I think Trevor will just go for a draw here. I mean, yeah, Trevor will just go to draw here, and I think that's the right call.
And the biter's not going to score, I don't think.
Nope. Could be a saver for triangle 2.
The old insurance rock.
Emma with her draw here. It looks a little toasty. Unfortunate there for Emma. That rock's going to go right through the rings. See if Matt will make his decision to just go ahead and draw around these rocks and get himself sitting 1 and 2 with a chance for a multiple end here. Not sure what the peel gets him here, but
it'll get you maybe a blank.
Correct.
But he does have one on the ring, so you want your deuce. I think you put another one in. I mean, if you really want to play conservative here, just draw one to the other side of either. I think the other team's going to have to chase it.
Right.
Are they really going to draw around the center? With looking at 2 rocks, they might. I think most teams would probably try to run a rock off. Wouldn't want to risk dropping 3.
And that was the risk of that.
Yeah, nosed again.
Yeah, if you don't make that shot, you just leave it junked up for your own, against yourself, kind of, right?
Right, you're letting them beat you to the 4-foot.
Right.
There's really kind of 2 ways to set up your deuce here. One is to beat them to the 4 and make them freeze down on you. The other one's just to split the house and see if they want to gamble. Go around the middle.
Yeah, because now you're in trouble if you're mad. If Trevor can have Emma get a rock to the top of the 4-foot behind these guards, and you're scrambling just to get your 1.
Now you're chasing them,
right,
and yeah, you may have a hard time getting your single.
Yep. Plenty of weight.
I think this is behind T-line. It's wide open.
Yep. Miriam Ternenko here with her 2nd rock.
I'm not sure you want to roll behind the guards here. I think if you're going to hit this stone, you got to roll maybe to the back 12 wide.
Yep.
Get those stones separated. You don't want any backers back there.
He's ignoring the shot. It looks like Miriam's a really good draw player of what I've seen in the first several ends, and he's going to play to her strength here, I think, and
have
try to
draw
go
top 4 buried.
Yep.
That rock that can be dealt with later if you sink this. I think this is the right call to beat the team, other team to the 4.
Looks hot though.
Can they even get the back rock?
I don't know. It's wide.
Coming down.
Coming down, however.
No, it's in an awkward spot.
Almost went back the other way at the end.
Trevor's going to have to remove it.
Possible jam here if it hits the rock in the wrong spot on the outside.
Yeah, you don't want to hit this on the high side. You got to get to the nose here.
Could leave Matt setting 2. Up 3 is triangle 4. Skipped by Trevor Gow with his first skip stone of the 4th end.
Hit and roll under here would be the order of the day.
Good one, Roger.
Soft weight. Riding that 4-foot line. Here it comes. It's going to get to the nose.
Yep. Wow, worked out okay. Sit 1 and 2. He was sweating it a little bit because it looked like it was not
hanging.
curling.
Been there, done that on sheet 2. That is the straight side. Now there's a run double here.
Sure. I think you could cross. You might be able to cross the face just a little bit. I'm not sure how they're lined up.
Yeah, you want to hit it. You want to hit it
schnoz.
Just pretty much on the nose.
Yep.
And away they go.
Yep.
Now we'll leave you sitting 2. If anything, you want to hit this maybe just a shade on the high side.
Yep.
Just a hair.
Yeah, you're gonna, if you hit it any more than that, you're gonna run it right into it and jam it.
God, there's another guy who's been in my locker. There's my pants on sheet 1. These loudmouth golf pants have gotten to be very popular in curling, thanks to the Norwegian curling team.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get a pair next year now.
They're not cheap.
No, 90?
And 95, yeah.
95.
They are comfy, though.
Don't know. This might be a Jamarooney. Yeah, in fact, it was.
Yep, just hit it a little too high. Couple blues on the rings now, but
Trevor got a chance to really put the screws to him here.
Trevor shot back 4. Well, you dunk one in here, top 4 half
Absolutely.
buried.
Yep.
You're looking good here. Even a half buried rock would be fine.
Mm-hmm. Even if you come up short and you block that path to get at it, you're forcing them to draw for 1, which wouldn't be, that would be a victory for.
Yeah, you'll force them into that
4.
in-turn draw to get a piece of the button.
Yep.
That'd be a tough shot.
Yep.
Don't have to make this perfect. You just got to be on that draw path. Even if you tuck it under a quarter rock, it makes for a miserable last shot for triangle 2. Trevor Gall's last rock here in the 4th end. He's chasing the rock on a 12-foot.
He is.
I thought they were drawing in there for sure.
Uh-oh. Nope. You got it.
Well, it just gave a chance for Matt Henning to get his deuce because that
did.
rock is wide open on the back.
Comes down soft here and just taps it out. He gets his 2.
Yeah. Just throw a little softy here. Just hack weight and get your deuce. I'd take a little tighter ice. The side of the sheet's just a little straighter than the other side.
He snugged it up a little bit.
Yep, that looks a little better.
Just got to come here just really through the house to hack weight, right?
I think he could throw it right up the 4-foot line and probably make this shot with hack weight.
Yep.
And he snugged her up a little bit more. He does have to push this all the way through the rings to get his other stone to count.
Correct.
Bring that biter into play.
Okay.
Last rock, 4th end. Matt Henning.
It's got a curl. It's got a curl. No, he threw it out. Unfortunately, it's not going to come back. Not going to come back. But it may curl enough to wind up shot rock. Oh my goodness, it actually came up and wound up shot.
Yeah, he just drew for a single instead of tapping it back for 2.
Okay. At the end of 4 ends. It's triangle curling. Triangle 4, 4, triangle 2, 2.
And as we start our 5th end here, an update on sheet 4. Cape Cod 1 has taken a big 4-ender to take a commanding 7-1 lead over Rochester 1 after 4 ends of play. Triangle 4 leading 4-2 will have the hammer and the red rocks here in the 5th end. We have a wild game going on sheet 5. This is our E quarterfinal between Utica 1 and Philly 3. I think they've been hitting the sauce or something. It is 10-5 after 4. Utica scored 2 5-enders and given up a 4-ender. Not exactly a defensive struggle.
No. I don't know what the over-under is. Oh, boy.
Well, at this rate, they're going to run out of scoreboard. They're going to have to borrow sheet 6.
2 5-enders. And a 4-ender.
I don't think I've ever scored 2 5-enders in one game.
Nope.
I don't think I've had it done against me.
Nope. I don't think so either.
Yowza.
I've had a couple of disastrous games, but I don't think that much. I did in the Albany Curling Club years ago, sub-skipping for someone, get a 6 and then give up a 5. But
well, I've given up 6, taken 6 and given up 6 in a game. That's,
yep.
I wasn't skipping that one in my defense. I was just playing second.
Things can go awry in a hurry in this game.
We've got a tight one going here. 4-2 after 4.
Leah Ankowitz with her second rock of the 4th end. I'm sorry, the 5th end. Looks like he's opting to split the park here. Looks like they got it too. Yep, it's nicely thrown. That's a great shot. I don't know that it outcounted the one in the back, but
it might. It's pretty close.
Yep, nicely thrown. You got to have faith that your sweepers are going to get a shot like that there for you. You know, you got to lay that in the hands of the sweepers and let them beat it up.
You know, you can make a rock go further. You can't make it stop.
That's fact.
Throw it to the back of the rings. There's not much you can do.
Yeah, if somebody can figure out how to do that one, they're going to be a wealthy person.
Well, they had the brooms they could do that with, but they made them all illegal. So. Triangle 2 is just going to try to play a little attrition here and see if they can catch a break and undo this potential deuce. Triangle 4, the Redstones, and just keep hitting and try to stay sitting 1 and 2.
It's funny that the tendency is to always come outside on this. You know, we did some stuff playing together recently where we've started coming from the inside. And in this case, if you left one out there, at least you're going to hit the blue ones, right?
Yep.
So I think I like that. However, it looks like Chris has got a really good shot here. Oh, that's a great throw.
Going to have to hang around. It is.
Yeah, good shot.
Usually I like to come the way that runs straighter. You know, there's nothing more difficult than trying to throw a takeout with 3 feet of swing.
Right.
So we had a point last season where we had so much curl outside in that it was actually easier to throw the takeouts in out.
Yep.
And they ran nice and straight that way.
Once again, the end sending up here for Triangle 4 to get a multiple. Chris Richard playing a little cleanup here.
Don't want to overthrow down this line.
No, it won't come if you don't.
But that looks like a good rock. It's curling.
Yep.
They're going to get it.
Pretty much on the nose, I think.
Nicely done.
Yeah, nice shot.
Got rid of one of those annoying backers.
Yep.
Still looks like Triangle 4 is set up for a relatively simple deuce if they can make the rest of their hits. Triangle 2's hoping for a hit and roll out somewhere along the way.
It's like Chris might have left this one out just a bit. Play the one in the back here. Oh, it's coming.
Boy, it's just going to tick it if it does.
Yeah,
Is it going to hang around?
No, he's got enough of it.
Not going to hang around, and that's the half shot that Triangle 2 needed.
Yep.
Now you can run the other red rock off and get yourself a force. Got to run that rock off whether it's shot or not. It really doesn't matter.
Yep. Coming inside.
Yeah, there's just a ton of curl the other way with the draws. This might run just a hair straighter.
Miriam Ternenko now. Heard Chris yell, it's super light, which means it's probably going to come up hard. And I don't know. This is going right by.
Yep, that's going to sail by.
That's unfortunate there for Miriam.
Just barely through the house weight. So now a chance for Triangle 4.
Trevor taking a look to see who is shot rock. Kind of irrelevant really at this moment because you want to sit 1 and 2 anyway, and he's going to take that rock out.
I wouldn't mind just freezing to that rock, even if you tap it back 6 inches.
Mm-hmm. With the broom he's given, it looks like it's going to be more weight, more of a weight shot. Emma's first rock of the 5th end in a pretty tight match here. Good looking shot.
Right on the beak.
Right on the nose. Nice throw there from Emma. Once again, Triangle 4 is back in line for their deuce. A little damage control shot here now from Miriam for Triangle 2.
Now what you need to do is you need to hit and roll and try to group the rocks a little bit, right? Somewhere over in this region.
Yep. Looks like Matt's having her draw to try and draw in front of the rock on the left as we look down.
If you make the freeze, it's okay, but yikes if you miss it.
It's a little high risk shot here for sure.
Dropping 3.
Yep. However, he has faith in her draw, and she's drawn well to this point in the game. This looks like it's a little hot, however.
This one's very heavy. Coming up, they might catch a piece. Nope, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's going to sail through.
That would be the danger of trying to freeze there, right?
Yeah.
If you're in front of it anywhere in the park, it's okay. You're out counting something, but that is not exactly what they had in mind.
Yeah, leaving those rocks in play will come back to bite you. Now they're down to skip stones. Triangle 4 should be able to sit 3 spread here. Put this one right on the tee line. Center of the rings.
Looks like he's covering up the one to his right. And I agree with Roger. Probably the spreading them out was not a bad thing here.
Well, if you can sit
up
3 spread
hammer,
anytime, yeah. Sit 3 spread, you have a good chance to score your 3. Putting a guard up anywhere gives the other team a chance to hide one, which they desperately need. They have nothing to hide behind now.
I don't know if they're going to get this on the rings or not.
Now's your opportunity if you're Triangle 2.
Not on the rings.
Yeah, you got to freeze to the back one now. You get behind cover, you don't even have to freeze to it. You could just be buried. You could be shot rock buried above tee line.
It's like tight ice here, however.
Yeah, that does look a little tight.
It looks like tight ice to me, Roger. We'll see if
get around that guard.
Yeah, real pressure, high pressured shot here for skip Matt Henning. He's in a little bit of trouble here in the fifth end, and he really needs to get one around this guard, this corner guard. And
well, I think you could be almost 3 inches off the forefoot and make this shot.
Agreed. Well,
of course, we have good local knowledge. Dave and I curl here all the time, so I think putting the broom right there would be pretty good.
It does look like narrow ice. We'll see how if he can get one on there.
It's already tight. They held it.
Boy, what a great sweeping. That was a great sweeping job there by the
front.
Wherever
it lands, boys.
Yeah, and that's going to be shot rock for sure.
And frozen.
Great shot.
Good saver for
great shot from Matt.
Matt Henning.
Well, he made me a believer. It looked like tight ice where the broom was, and
well, he came tight, so he's almost up the center line and runs a little straighter there. So I think he got the same result with the wrong ice, right? I think if you go wider, you get a little more hook.
You and I probably would have not got that rock by with that ice.
Yep.
Great shot from Matt.
That's
kind
perfect.
of an end saver right now.
Perfect. He just outcounted 2 rocks, and he's got no easy way to remove them. Now, if you had some guts, you'd play this out-turn tap. Or in-turn tap, sorry. I mean, I think it's there. Otherwise, you play the same shot.
He just saw the line, too, you know, and he's actually putting the broom just about in the same spot that Miriam had her broom. He can certainly force Matt to one if he can freeze on the shot that Matt just threw.
Well, he can still get his deuce if he puts it really decent behind the corner guard above tee line.
Yes, he can.
Got to get a piece of the 4, though. Shot rock. This one looks a little wider.
Weight's real good, though. It's a real good weight. I think he's got a great shot coming here.
Just got to get by. Got
to
get up.
Got a great shot coming here.
I want to leave this above tee line, just biting top 4, and
that's a great shot.
That's a pistol.
That's a beauty from Trevor Gow. Oh, what a great throw.
Now you're in damage control mode. Trevor can get his deuce now by just drawing another one onto the 4-foot circle.
This is a crucial shot here for Matt. He can tap shot rock off of the red circle and just touch the red circle. He could sit 1 and 2 here. The bounce, unfortunately, is going to leave Trevor an out.
Yeah, and he's got to hit it pretty hard to get it off the 4-foot. I think you almost have to freeze in this spot. You might just want to freeze here and take your chances and cut down the scoring area. Matt Henning with his last this end. He's got nowhere to hide.
Line looks good. A little wide, I guess. Oh, boy.
Used to sit.
Oh, boy. Sit, boo-boo. Nope. Oh, boy. That is...
Didn't have a lot of good options. I mean, he could have tried the tap, but that's an awfully tough shot. Probably still leaves a good chance for Trevor to get his 2. He's going to have an open draw for 2 now. Just needs a little piece of the 4-foot.
Hammerstone of the 5th end. Triangle 4 in control of the game. Trevor Gow with a chance to draw for 2. As Roger pointed out, he needs to just touch the red paint. Left it in the hands of his sweepers. Leah and Chris working it over good.
Gonna have to go.
think he's got it. I think he's got it.
And he does.
What a great shot. Great team shot there. All on the same page as to what it needed to get there.
Skip deuce. Triangle 4, that skip deuce takes a 6-2 lead after 5. Sixth end here in our A semifinal game, the 2018 Kayser Bonspiel. Triangle 2 with the Blue Rocks will have the hammer in the sixth end. In our other semifinal game for the A championship, Cape Cod 1 leads Rochester 1 7-2 after 5 ends of play. Rochester picking up a single in the fifth end. They are without hammer now in the sixth, down 5. On sheet 5, where there's apparently a full moon, Utica 1 leads Philly 3 10-8 after giving up another 3. I think there's a full moon on sheet 5.
Oh boy, holy moly.
It's now 10-8.
Wow. Maybe tomorrow's Super Bowl score will be something like that.
No one scored a single on that sheet.
We got to check with the odds makers as to what the over-under is on that one, huh?
Man, they're going to run out of room here.
If you had the over. So
got a few runaways going on our other sheets. 10-2, Norfolk 1 over Albany 3 in our C quarterfinal. 6-2, Triangle 4 over Triangle 2 in our feature match. And update you on sheet 3. Looks like it's 5-3 after 5. Philly 1 leads Albany 1. On sheet 5, the craziness continues. 10-8, Utica 1 over Philly 3 in a crazy game. And on sheet 6, Utica 3 running away with it 10-1 over Bucks County 2 after 5. That gets you up to date with all the other scores.
Down four here is Triangle 2. Going to lose the shooter there. At some point in time, you have to, when you're behind in a curling game, and I know these folks are inexperienced, there's a relatively inexperienced. There comes a time when you have to say, I've got, the opponent has some, we're down 4, the opponent has rocks on the rings. What can I do to use them?
Right.
You know, in front of them, freeze.
Freeze, tap them to the back
tap
of the
them
house.
To the back. Yeah,
or just ignore them, go around the corner
Correct.
And push them back later.
And it's a hard thing because there's always that temptation to go ahead and hit. And under the circumstance, hitting is probably not the most productive thing to do.
Well, you're not going to hit your way to a multiple end
no, you're not.
Without getting around the guard. So at some point you got to ignore some of the opposition rocks to get your deuce. In fact, anytime really, you need to ignore your opposition rocks to get a deuce. Realize you can take them out later.
Like this is Matt trying to get around a corner here or around, get something out of the red paint.
Or just freeze on that rock in the top 8.
Yeah.
Just take control of it. You know, a curler from PEI who's curled in provincials and has been a coach, and one of the most valuable lessons I learned from him, Bill Hope from PEI, is if you want to win curling games, put your rocks in front of your opponent's rocks.
Right.
Either freeze or just leave them a foot or two above. You can then control those stones.
Yep, you and I have had this conversation ad nauseum over the years, and I'm a believer. You know, I think that I've curled with some real experienced guys over the years, and I take it to heart now that it's a real important thing to develop in your own mind when you're skipping and setting up strategy to try and it's a very good strategy.
Yeah, when you look how the end's going to develop, sometimes it's better to get on top first and then hit it out later.
Yep.
You need to put your rocks where they can't be removed. There's only really two ways to do that. You sit on top of something or sit behind something. If you can't sit behind something, look for something you can sit on top of. But another curler in our club who's curled a long time is the master of tapping him to the back. If you ever played Dean Kelly in our club, and he did this to me in the Charbonneau final. I took a 4-0 lead, and he started tapping all my rocks to the back of the rings. Pretty soon, I was in huge trouble. I couldn't get anything out of the rings. There was a wall of granite in the back, and a drop 4 tied up the game after 2. Yep. That's why you have a 4-point lead, so you can have a giant foul up like that and still play. So triangle 2 still hitting stones here.
Yeah, and I'm just
that one in the top 12 you could ignore. That one you could just go around your corner.
Right.
That one in the top 12 is not going anywhere. This is making it a little too easy for Trevor Gow.
Truly. And it's not even a question of where in the game you're at with that kind of thing. It's just a question of how many you're behind. You know, even in the second end, if you're behind by 4, it wouldn't make sense.
Well, even if I'm tied, if there's a rock on the top 12 and I have a corner guard with hammer, you go around, you're going to deal with that rock on the top 12 later.
And of course, at the level, you know, this is a 5 and under tournament. And again, we are trying, for those of out there listening, we're trying not to be aficionados on what. It's just that we've seen this so time and time again. And I would be willing to bet that when Matt continues to curl, that at some point in time he will not do that. Yeah, and that's okay. And this is supposed to be instructional to some degree. So,
well, they have the skill level too to make those shots as well. Like
absolutely,
he can certainly get around the corner and dunk out that rock.
I almost think he'd be playing to his players' strengths in that respect. You know. So now he still has a corner up, and he's going to have Miriam Ternenko go ahead and do that.
So they got a mistake out of triangle 4.
Yep.
And then I got an empty house. So now they're going to go around the corner. Just for the new skips out there, if that rock on the top 12 is really not a huge threat, you can go around that corner earlier. You might have 2 or 3 rocks behind that corner before they could blink.
We got a final on sheet 1.
Norfolk 1 over Albany 3. Congratulations to them. They move on to the C semifinal.
Miriam Ternenko. Looks like her shot's a little wide. It's still on the center line. It's starting to come over now. It needs to stay around. And in fact, it's going to stay on the rings. Just past the tee line. Full 8 foot behind the tee line.
Didn't quite get buried.
Hoping for a miss here now is Matt Henning. Emma will try and get this rock off the rings.
It's wide open. It's just a question of what the correct ice is for this shot. I would bet this would run a little straight given the amount of curl going the other way.
Oh, she's got a great shot here. A beauty. Lost a shooter, which is
probably okay, because otherwise it's just a backer for Matt Henning. He's going to try to get around the guard again. He's just a little less weight this time to get some finish. Well, on sheet 5, we're all tied up, 10 apiece.
Wow.
After 6 ends of play.
Wow.
There's no defense on that sheet. There is no single yet in the game.
Poor Tim Hansen. I hope he doesn't have a nervous breakdown. So came up a little bit narrow and a little light.
A little overcorrected. The line looked pretty good. Just didn't have the legs to get there. Still got a couple corner guards in play, though.
Here's a smart little call here from Trevor, too. I think he's going to the other side and make them go after that on the other side so he can just hit, boom, boom. Smart call here. I think that's what he's doing.
Either one of two calls here. I think you either want to peel off those corners,
right,
or you want to run away from them. And last thing you want to do is get half under the corner and let Matt Henning throw a little hit and roll under.
Correct.
If you're going to come under those corners, you better get buried.
But this is I like this call.
So he's just going open side.
Kind of looks like it. I think that's what he's doing. Yeah, this is tight ice for the draw. Okay. For the come around. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
Now, if you're Matt Henning, you got to ignore this rock and get around your corners.
Don't know if they're going to get to the rings with this. I don't think so. No shot of getting to the rings.
Came up short, so a chance for a skip deuce here for Matt Henning.
He's got guards on both sides now. Something to come around.
Get around your blues.
Big shot here from Matt.
Needs to stuff one.
Oh,
got to stuff one.
Desperately needs to stuff one here. Roger and I are advocates of bringing newer skips around in our club that we play in. We try to be as objective with them as possible on strategies, and certainly execution is a major part of the game. However, people who haven't skipped very much, they have to, you know, it's good to have somebody with our experience level to help them along and try to make them see the light, you know, of this game. It makes it a little bit easier.
It's not easy. It takes a long time to recognize the patterns of the rocks on the sheets and
That's
the bad
true.
things that can happen. You almost have to play the movie a few times and understand how bad it comes out when you make the wrong decisions, right?
Yep, I agree. Well said, Roger.
And it's something that you have to kind of learn the hard way, have somebody point it out to you.
Unfortunately, Matt dumped this one, and he's not going to get to the rings.
Ooh, yikes.
Just made the hog line. So things are going from bad to worse here right now for Triangle 2.
Yeah, they've had a hard time finding draw weight last couple of ends.
I almost be tempted to just put one top 12 here. Top 8.
Yeah, just put one in the way.
And just cut the rings down, right?
Well, let them come at it. They have to hit for their single. I mean, you're not stealing the end, I don't think. Wanted to torture him, you could probably go around one of the corner guards and throw a cold draw against one, right? Depends on whether you want him drawing or hitting, I guess. Whatever you do, leave it above T-line. He's going to grab a piece of the 8-foot here. You play for a blank here. Hate to take a single here. I think they're going to try for the blank. One just does them absolutely no good here.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's just he's running out of time. He's really got to put a good end together next end.
Yeah, he needs to get a 3.
Yeah, whatever you're cheering for, yeah.
Saturday night in a curling tournament.
People are going out of the spiel, and they've entered the non-curling events. We'll put it that way. We'll keep it clean.
Looks like he's going to get his one here. And in fact, he did. Made the takeout and got his one. And after 6 ends of play, it's triangle 4, 6, and triangle 2, 3. Seventh end on coming up. I took pleasure in it, however.
Seventh end. Triangle 4 with a 6-3 lead, playing the Red Rocks. So have the hammer this end. Good chance for them to close out the game.
Absolutely, they get a deuce here. It's
deuce here, game over.
Yeah, I think so.
Even if they score, it's going to be a tough hill to climb.
Yep. Maybe we can give some extended play should that happen. We've got a couple of crazy-looking games out there. Sheet 5 especially is.
No, sheet 5 is 10-10.
4 deuce. There was a deuce in one end. Otherwise, it's been.
Yeah, there's
one
deuce.
One at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, that was the only single, right?
That's it. Then there's been 2 5s, a 4, a 3, and a 2.
That's a lot of missed shots to blow a 5-point lead.
No kidding. So we got a Red Rock in the park here early from Leah.
Got a couple of guards in play now for Triangle 2. They need to manufacture a steal here.
Right.
They've got a steal, and one of those has got to be a multiple. We'll definitely have to ignore rocks in play.
Trevor Gow asking Leah Ankowitz to draw around those 2 blue ones.
Yep.
With hammer here, why not?
Beat the other team to the 4-foot here.
Absolutely. Game, generally speaking, is 1 on the 4-foot circle. I don't think this is going to bury. A little toasty.
Got too much weight.
A little toasty and no finish here.
It's going to get to the right spot, but it's going to be back 8, back 12.
Yep, back 8.
Right line, just a shade too much weight.
And Chris Richard needs to get one behind these blue guards here.
Plenty of room to hide. You can go top 4 here.
Oh goodness, he's hit. I think he's hitting. He's coming with the other turn, and he's hitting. Left that one close to the center. I don't know that it's going to come. I think he's going right by it, unfortunately, for Chris. And it did.
Yeah, I don't think there's any reason to hit there. I think you got to go around those centers. Remember, the goal of this end is to steal, and that rock on the 12-foot's not going to score if you're stealing the end.
Correct.
And that doesn't even need to be removed.
Another draw shot here. Chris Wishart, his first stone of the 7th end. Looking to come around these blue guards and cover up shot rock here.
This one's going to the rear as well, I think. Well, no, it's checking up.
And he's coming right to it.
Back 4. You got some jammers back there. I think you got to get around.
Good recovery there. Chris, a little trouble coming out of the hack there. Looks like he's got a good looking shot coming here. A little toasty. A little outside, actually. Just going to roll off.
Going to bounce.
Yep.
Triangle 4 continues to sit 3.
And they just keep lobbing them in there, you know. The door is open for them to do that, so
sure.
Why not? Chris Wishart with his second rock of the 7th end. Thus far, Triangle 4 in complete control of this game and continuing to keep things that way. This looks like it's a little hot. He's going to give them a chance again to do the same thing. It's coming right to the backer.
Yeah, the other option was just to peel off the center guard. That's really the only
correct
rock that can hurt you this end. So you're leaving a chance for Triangle 2 to engineer a steal.
So now Miriam Terninko really needs to put one on the top of the 4 foot behind cover here.
No one's found top 4 yet.
No, it's a little hefty. Miriam appearing like a very good draw player here. What we've seen thus far. This looks like the right weight to me. See if it'll surprise me.
Got to get it by.
Got to get it by for sure. And they're not gonna.
Came out narrow.
Yep.
And that was probably back 4 weight as well.
Agreed.
Just a little tight. Now the center guard is gone.
And Triangle 2 digging a big hole here right now. If Trevor Gow can get Emma to put up a center guard here, you hate to do that with Hammer, but under the circumstance, I'm okay with it.
And you could even peel that blue corner off, would be fine too.
Yep.
That wouldn't hurt you at all.
This also has plenty of weight.
Can have a collection of rocks in the back 8.
Boy, it sure looks like it, Roger.
Still gliding.
Yep. This is
Sweepers aren't touching it.
Coming right to the backers. No, T-line. Right on the pot. Okay, in front of the button.
Freeze to that one. The only way you can steal this in is to freeze to that rock. Tap it back later. Philly 3 stole 1 and 7 to take an 11-10 lead. Now Utica 1 has Hammer coming home, down 1. Well, Triangle 2 managed to get shot rock, but that rock is removable. We're going to need a miss from Triangle 4 to try to steal this end.
Emma looking to take this rock out. Any way, shape, or form, removing it.
Anything but jamming it on the back.
Right, I like to hit it thin enough to roll away.
Just want to hit it high or low side, not on the nose.
It looks like they're going to get nose here.
Still high side for now. Got to sweep it to hold it out there.
Might work out.
Beauty.
Oh, that's a great shot. Nice shot there from Emma. Once again, leaving Triangle 4 sitting Triangle 4 sitting 4 with hammer, and the troubles continue here for Triangle 2 and Matt Henning. So now Matt Henning down to his first skip rock here without hammer. Freeze doesn't do him a great deal of good. He almost needs to sit shot rock behind the blue rock. This is giving up one here. Not such a great thing. And if you're Trevor Garl, all you want to do is score here with the hammer. You don't need to get a bundle, you just need to score, right? So let's see what Matt can do here. His first skip rock of the 7th end. Draw weight. And unfortunately, again, it looks like he's come up a little short and a little narrow. And he's still left Triangle 4, sitting 4. And things just not going right here for Triangle 2 and Matt Henning. Peeling that blue guard out of the way is probably not a bad scenario here, sitting 4 behind it.
It's Trevor's first rock?
Yes. I think I'd peel that right out of there, but
yeah, that's the danger rock, isn't it?
Yeah. Looks like he's drawing here from his right to left. We're not going to get this on the rings. So now Matt has a chance to tap his blue rock up, which I think might be the best thing, the best option he has here.
You can't draw around it for sure.
Nope. Tough draw. If he could tap this blue rock up behind the red one, or just straight back is fine as well, right in front of those two red rocks, he may wind up stealing the end. I think that's what he's trying to do. Looks to me like that's what he's trying to do. A little tap on his blue one here. It's just back house weight, huh? Yep.
And that's
got a bunch of things to catch it. You know what I mean? If he,
and you hit it
a bunch of ways of making it, right?
I think I'd take tighter ice. The weight he needs to throw. Looks like he's trying to draw through the hole with that ice. I'm trying to throw this shot.
Weight's right for the raise.
Gotta let it come up.
Gotta let it come up.
Gotta catch it thick. Just going to open it up.
Oh boy.
Draw for 5. That should end the game whether he makes this or not.
Agreed. Early for congratulations for Triangle 4. However, we'll let them decide that. But I think that probably our A semi, one of our A semis, is decided here.
Well, our other A semi has significantly tightened. The deuce in 6 and a steal in 7.
Trevor Gow drawing for 5 here, and it looks like he's got it.
Just needs a piece of the
Just got
8 foot.
it. He's just got it. That's going to be your, I'm pretty sure that's going to be your ball game. And it is, in fact.
So our first finalist for the 2018 Kayser Championship is Triangle 4. They post an 11-3 win. We'll switch you over to the other game. Our other A semifinal is between Cape Cod and Rochester 1. And that's now a 2-point affair. So we've moved over to sheet 4. This is our other A semifinal. Cape Cod 1 playing the Red Rocks. Has the hammer in this 8th end. Rochester 1 playing the Blue Rocks. They're down 2, 7-5. Nothing in the house.
So is that Triangle 4 will be in the A final, correct?
They will indeed.
Okay. I'm going to write that down, and I'll have them on my little cheat sheet here for tomorrow.
Their opponent will be the winner of our game on sheet 4 between Cape Cod and Rochester. Cape Cod with a 2-point lead, playing the Red Rocks. Rochester sitting 1 behind corners. Cape Cod trying to peel the blue guard in front of the rings. Going to roll to a center, which they probably didn't want to do.
Down 2 here is...
Yeah, Rochester wants to remove this red guard. The other option is just to go around it.
Come around it, right?
Their reasoning is still early in the end. I think their reasoning is if they can sit there, they can use it. You certainly don't want to run this onto your own stone. And that's exactly what they did.
That was the danger in that shot, right?
I don't think there was any reason to remove that stone. That stone was probably helping you. Now Cape Cod lies 1 buried. That might be the end for Rochester.
Running out of bullets.
Remove their own rock with that last nose peel attempt.
Even if you corner freeze that one that he hit is not a bad play, right?
Yeah, as long as you don't redirect on your own stone.
Yep.
And Cape Cod's just going to draw in. Well,
hit and roll under is not bad here, right?
Or just nose it to
have
a setup shot.
Yep.
I mean, you could double these out, but you'd roll open. I'm almost thinking a nose hit here and have a chance to run it in later. Got to keep some stones in play. Toss that one wide. Couldn't afford to do that. Well, it's going to move one out into the open.
Guard.
Thank you. Even a tap up here.
Tap's fine.
Freeze to your own.
It's got the hammer.
Yeah, I'd keep this thing open here. Come down and freeze to your own. Want to leave yourself a shot with your last, just in case you need it. Hate gumming up the middle when you've got the hammer. Rochester needs to steal 2 just to get to an extra end. They're a long way from there.
Hope you're enjoying the broadcast out there. We're going to wrap up after these draws this evening. However, we will be broadcasting the finals live tomorrow, starting around 11:30. We'll be on a little bit before that with national anthem, pipers,
all the pomp and circumstance, yeah.
Procession. Always fun during curling tournaments.
Getting late now for Rochester, looking to hit and roll off this outside stone to get shot or second stone.
It's real tight.
And Rochester starting to run out of bullets here.
Yes, they are. Love a tap now. Still leaving them a chance here if you don't come underneath here.
Yeah, you can get shot back 4, I think.
Yep.
They're going to try to cut off the draw path. They want to throw a guard, but you know that just lets another stone around. For Rochester, got to be careful. Can almost not throw here. And they're giving Rochester a chance.
And he will likely have hammer at some point tonight.
You can go around and grab a piece of the 4-foot now.
This shot to stay alive.
And Philly has come back from the dead. to win their game, 13-10.
Nope. That's the ball game there.
And we have a final on sheet 3. That's our C quarterfinal. And it looks like Philly 1 recorded a 6-3 victory over Albany 1.
Yeah, Sean. No Philly. Get down 6.
So we're down to the last 4 rocks of the evening's broadcast here.
Rochester's looking at a run back, but I think they've got an obvious draw, intern draw around that center guard. They can certainly get a piece of the forefoot. This is definitely the harder of the 2 shots.
Trying to tap up here.
I think there's room to stuff 2 around that intern draw.
I agree.
Not looking at it. Have to make this one to stay in the game.
Correct. So he needs 2, right?
Not making a double anywhere. So this one's got to be almost on the forefoot. So we're playing an angle raise.
So Brian needs to make a tap up about a 10-footer.
This is a tough shot.
That's a very tough shot. Got to hit it just right and with the right weight.
This is a 1 in 10er at best.
Yeah. Really putting the pressure on himself here. It looks to me like he's got the right weight if it's got the line correct. But I think he's got it. No, it's over curling. It looks like.
You need to hit this just off the nose, high side.
He might have a chance. A little heavy. A little heavy. A little heavy. A little hot. That's going to be your ball game.
And that's your game.
Yeah.
So Cape Cod won with a 9-5 win. Will move through to the finals. They will play Triangle 4 tomorrow for the 2018 Kayser Championship.
Yeah. Cape Cod won. That's Mark Wilson, Dana Gerlach, Mark Boardman, and if I say your name right, Francesca Delafemine.
Delafemine, yes.
Okay.
Yep. All righty. Well, that concludes our webcast for tonight. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Roger. See you tomorrow at the finals.
Great to have you in the booth, and we'll see everybody tomorrow at 11:30 for the A finals of the 2018 Kayser. So long, everyone.
Bye, brother.